Hello everyone, Douglas Waltz Old Man Movie Reviews. We're coming at you with a new movie. I have no physical media for this film. A screener link was sent to me by Steve Rudzinski. Steve Rudzinski, as many of you may know, has completed his CarousHELL trilogy. So we're going to be talking today about CarousHELL 3. Before we get there though, that'd be interesting to kind of go over the original movie and the sequel. I first saw CarousHELL at Cinema Wasteland. I got to see it there, and it was great. The idea of a slasher movie where the slasher is it's a carousel horse named Duke, who becomes sentient and pissed off. Great idea. The fact that they didn't really... Duke moves around. He gets off the carousel and he moves around, but he's still, in actuality, a carousel unicorn. So, but that doesn't stop him from getting around. But they don't do anything, like his face is always just the same. It doesn't ever move. When he talks, it's just his voice. You don't actually see any of this. Just genius. A great idea for a slasher movie. And at that point, that was fine. We even had, there was a weird unicorn girl sex scene. It was an amazing idea for a slasher movie. So then, naturally, a sequel comes about. CarousHELL 2. Where Mr. Rudzinski flipped it. It's no longer a slasher movie thing. It's really about parenting and responsibilities of parenting between a sentient carousel unicorn and his son, who is a hybrid of sorts. Shows that you also have to take responsibility for any of your sexual things that go on, especially from the first movie. So just a great idea for a sequel. You throw in Nazis, you throw in just elder gods, all this stuff comes together to make just an amazing sequel. And you really could have left it at that. You could have. But Steve's not known to just leave it at that. He's always going on to the next thing. And so that was what we got today. Well, I watched it today. CarousHELL 3. So Duke's still the good guy, but now we have a carousel. See, carousels don't always just have to be unicorns or horses. They can be any animal. Apparently, I'm going to be joined by my cat, Coco. Coco wants to come and be with us. Okay, that's fine. So she's going to get stitches while we continue. She's always seeing me when I'm down in the basement. She can't help herself. She loves the basement. She's weird. So where were we? Yes, CarousHELL 3. So Usagi, the giant bunny rabbit, and the bunny rabbits on carousels anyways are just demonic looking as it is. In this one, Usagi is using magical powers from other mascots to get more power to be the #1 mascot and get all the magical energy. Take over the world situation, folks. That's exactly what it is. And it's interesting. She gives birth to her own little minions. They remind me of Marshmallow Peeps. They're little fuzzy bunnies with pink blood, because a lot of them managed to get squished in the process. So now Duke has to save Robbie, his son. He has to make friends with people who hate him. In other words, Joe, the pizza delivery guy from part 1, of all places, is back as a ruthless killer. But it doesn't stop the movie from having some fun in it. You get some jokes, you get some attitude from just the oddest places in this movie, which is really great about any of Steve Rudzinski's movies, is just that little underlying attitude thing going on. So you get wrestling. I mean, good looking wrestling. I like that there was a GoPro attached to the one of the wrestlers' heads while they were wrestling, and I'm really thinking that's something that maybe actual wrestlers should wrestling corporations, WWE, all the other ones. I know there's a lot of them. They should do that. I mean, the footage is just incredible to watch. It's the wrestling maneuvers and things like that. Just a great idea. I really like that a lot. And so, yes, this was just the perfect capper to a trilogy that could, in my mind anyways, and I don't know if they're considering it, but I could see another one of those. But the whole idea was it was time to put CarousHELL to bed, to give us our final of the trilogy. I'm going to go ahead and show you a trailer for that right now, and we'll come back for a minute and talk about it just for a couple more minutes.
All right, Duke. Let's play this by ear.
Not another one.
Inside of these bodies is the essence of the old gods. Each one of us is a part of a whole, a small sliver of unbelievable power. I've been taking the power of other objects to become more. To become a true god again. Yours is the biggest piece. There is no bunny like you. I want yours next. If I clean the place out, then he'll be easy picking.
Are you a talking carousel rabbit?
So yeah, see what I'm saying? Great trailer. I do love that that Duke uses a samurai sword, a katana throughout the movie. It's just a great film. I was happy to be able to see the third of the series. So bravo to Mr. Rudzinski. At the end of this, in the credits, I'll go ahead and put a way for you to go ahead and order your own physical copy. I own 1 and 2 physical copies, so I will also be needing a physical copy because I know it's going to have extras on it. I'm a big sucker for extras. Sometimes I'll watch movies without bothering to watch the other stuff. I just watch the extras. I've got a good example is Herschel Gordon Lewis has a movie. My favorite Herschel Gordon Lewis movie is A Taste of Blood. His idea for Dracula. It's his longest movie at 2 hours. And he has a wonderful, wonderful commentary with Mike Vraney of Something Weird Video. David Friedman shows up for a hot minute and was just, you could tell David was impressed with the movie because he didn't talk much. David loved to talk, so that he didn't was something. And it's my favorite Herschel Gordon Lewis movie because it's more of a movie. It's less of a gore show and more of a movie. And he does a really good job doing a reimagining for the times of the Dracula mythos. So, like I said, anytime I can get some good extras, commentary, things like that, I'm all for it. So I'll be getting my copy of CarousHELL 3 very soon as well. Now we go on to our other segment called Reviews of Movies I Haven't Seen. The rules are simple. I show you a trailer. The trailer tells us what it gets to tell us in that 2 minutes or less. And then I do an entire review of the movie. Not really, I just tell you what I'm going to think about the movie coming out. So let's go ahead and go to the trailer. Okay, so if you don't know, huge Godzilla fan. I have the Criterion Collection set, just gorgeous. I have all my old VHSs. The only thing I think I like more than a Godzilla movie is a Gamera movie, and yes, I have the box sets for the Gamera movies as well. I'm also super excited that on September 7th, shortly, we're going to get the animated Gamera series on Netflix, and that just looks fantastic. But this is Godzilla Minus One. He looks great. It's obvious it's not a guy in a suit. And that's okay. You know, Toho gave us a guy in a suit for a long time. Even Shin Godzilla had somebody in a suit sometimes. You could tell. You could tell that there was a suit in there sometimes. But with the new MonsterVerse, not really that new, but the Godzilla MonsterVerse and King Kong MonsterVerse in the United States, seeing Toho kind of, you know, take on the whole CGI for Godzilla. The only thing I noticed that was odd about it were his feet. I assume those are supposed to be dinosaur feet. I've been calling them chicken feet, but he looks good. And I can't wait to see it. And we're going to get an actual release in the States. We won't have to wait for it. It's going to be December 1st where we're going to get a release of a Toho Godzilla movie. It can be subtitled, that's fine. I don't mind subtitles. Most of the things I watch are subtitled, so that's fine. So I'm really excited to see this. After a couple episodes of reviews of movies I haven't seen and kind of some negative reviews, it's kind of nice to be able to see a new movie coming out that I'm very excited to see. So in the meantime, you go on and watch some movies. Leave me a comment if you feel like there down at the bottom. What's the thing? Smash that subscribe button. You can do that if you want. I don't care. So I was glad to go ahead and talk to you about Steve Rudzinski's new movie CarousHELL 3. The new Godzilla movie Minus One looks awesome. And I'll see you next time.